morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. K.L. Belvin here. And if this is the first time you've watched me scope, it might be, it's been some time. I am K.L. Belvin. I am an educator, mentor, counselor. And one of the things that has been going on, the reason why you have not seen me is because I have been researching and trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with the things that I do. And one of the things that I've started to come across and realize, you have to be careful how much, you have to be careful how much time you spend watching others and how much time you research what other people are doing if you have not taken the time to really consider who you are and what you want to do. Because we can want to be successful so badly that we forget the successes that we've had, and we can actually start to pay attention to so many other people that we get pulled further and further away from who we are and why we even started doing the things that we started doing to begin with. And it's a very subtle thing, simply because you might want to tweak your business. You might want to grow your business. You might want to add to your business. You might want to just start a business. You might want to do a lot of different things. And so you start looking and searching for who is the top person and who are the people that I need to pay attention to and who are the people I need to get close to. And before you know it, you're in unfamiliar territory. And a part of you starts to believe that, okay, you're doing right because you look around you and you see that you've made it close to, or you're listening to and really into the people who are getting it done. But at what cost? You have to be very careful. And I noticed that these last couple of months, and I had stopped scoping regularly because I had to finish up the school year. I'm making this interstate move. So I said, well, Periscope can't be one of my main things right now. Plus, I wanted to just take some time to just watch and see what some of the more successful scopers and people are doing. And, it's always an opportunity to try to grow your own brand and to grow your own platform. What I started to notice is that, hey, good morning. What I started to notice was that the people that I were watching had great content, great information, but it wasn't speaking to who I was. It spoke to the way I could do things and platforms that I could create and styles that I could possibly adapt. But to me, there still has to be a sense of mutual connection. Something that draws me. Excuse me? You believe you were born. I'm not even going to block you this morning because I'm not in the mood. You don't know anything about how I was born. You don't know anything about my size, but feel free. It's okay. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to be here. But you have to have a mutual connection to the people that you're learning from, because you don't want to become a clone. Good morning. Much love to you also. You don't want to become a clone. And also, just because you learn how somebody else does what they do, it does not mean it's going to have the same success for you if your heart and the thing that makes you you is not intertwined in whatever it is that you're trying to do. I see it in the classroom. I see many a fellow educator attempting to teach the way that they were taught, or to teach like their mentor, or to teach like their professor, and they just don't seem to have that connection with the children. But then when you sit down and have a conversation with them, you see or feel a different person when you're talking to them. And I say to them, well, how come this person that I'm speaking to is not who you take into the classroom with you? So you can have all the sound techniques, all the sound philosophies down. You still have to resonate in whatever you're doing. And what I've come to learn in watching a lot of the scopes is that there are tremendous individuals here in the scope world who give tremendous content daily. I watch a lot. I really do. I watch when I'm working. I listen when I'm driving because I love information. But I just found like I was drifting further and further away. So one of the things that I decided to do is that as soon as I can get this move completed next week, I will come on and do the things that I do, have fun, and do the things that I like to do, and share the thoughts about things. I'm not really going to follow any particular blueprint. I'm going to create my own on this and learn from the successes and failures that come from it, and see what I can put into motion that's wrapped around what I do, how I view the world, how I view my experiences in the classroom as an author and as a counselor, and see who I can help that way. I've never worried about numbers. I've never worried about the things like that, because I think we can get so caught up in extrinsic things that we miss the internal things, that we miss sometimes the low man on the totem pole, because we're staring so much up at the top that sometimes the people who are near the bottom need assistance too. But a lot of that has to do with what your goal was to begin with and what you were willing to do to achieve that goal. And I noticed that the more scopes that I watched on how to make money and the amounts of money and the amounts of clients and all the stuff like that, I just wasn't seeing as much with helping people who are in need. Now, I'm not saying that they're not. I can only go on what I see in the scopes. I can't say that they're not giving and doing in their private life, and I don't have time to go by everybody's website to see what they're doing on their websites. Like I said, I watch what even give on scope, and I see a lot of the promotions, and I see a lot of the tools used to lead people to different things. I got that. I understand it's part of business, and I know it's what we have to do to put ourselves in position to make the money necessary. Got that too. But I think sometimes we got to remember that people just want to be spoken to. People want to be listened to. People want to interact. I've noticed on some scopes you interact with some of the folks and they're like, I can't talk to you right now, I just want to get this content out. And then forget to come back and even engage with the folks who are there listening, but will then say, make sure you share and make sure you give the hearts and all of that. But then you're not actually interacting with the folks who you're requesting interaction with. So again, it's I'm in control, give me, do for me. Well, what about the interaction where, and there's some folks that are tremendous in the interaction department. I actually have seen quite a few where they started to talk about one or two things and their interaction with the folks that's on has just been fantastic, and actually I enjoy that. Because I personally like with live streaming is that you have someone on that's with you right there at that moment, and if the interaction is big, but also you get to see the sheep aspect too, where some people will just follow whatever, do whatever they're told, and will just sit there and heart up even when a person's not saying anything, just because in their mind I want to see this person gain the heart, but you're not getting anything from it. But I guess they are. I don't know. So for me, I decided I'm gonna go back to what I do, and I have been successful. I just needed to streamline what my lane was going to look like and tighten up the things that I need in my lane, because that's one thing I have come to learn, is that staying in your lane and understanding what your lane is extremely important. I had too many lanes. I had too many things I felt that I was connected to, that I had to release some of those things. And even if they made money, hello, how are you? I had to let some of those things go, simply because you can't do all the things that you want to do. And in scaling back, it allows me to focus on some of the things that I need to do. That is great to know. Glad that you stopped by today. Great to see you. And so just talking about how you can, okay, you lost me there. Don't know the language, don't know what's being said. So obviously I cannot repeat it or respond to it. Okay. We're getting closer. I know one of the words. But anyway, guys, again, I'm not going to stay that long. Just jumped on to say hello. Pray for everybody. Istanbul, pray for everybody. That's the ticket to everything. Pray for everyone. Pray for everyone that's going through something right now. So I'm with you. But I like to add everyone to it. Not any one particular. Pray for everybody. We all need it at this point. And there's definitely some folks going through more than others. So, no, I saw the airport bombing. They showed the video, and so I said a prayer at the moment that I saw it, because at that time, I don't know what the death toll is up to now. At that time, I think it was in the 50s. Yes. So definitely, and right now these are very dangerous and very drastic times in the world. So we have a lot of folks that's being hurt all over, and that's why I said we need to pray for everybody. These are very difficult times. But listen, guys, I'm not going to stay on too long. I appreciate, is that the Ana Saul? If I said that right, and if I didn't, I apologize. Thank you for stopping by, and you guys that have stopped on. Okay. And anyone watching on the replay, I appreciate you for stopping by. But I will be on a regular basis with something to say. Really didn't have that much to say today. Once I can get this moving from New York to Delaware, so once I can get the office set up and have the office in place, then we will definitely get together and engage more, and I will have more to say. Have a wonderful day. And as my friend just said, pray for Istanbul and pray for everyone. Take care. Have a wonderful day. God bless.